Yeah, I'm Linton James Sengonzi, going to talk about the integration diagram with the chains notation. Here we have the entities, which is the patient, visit, and the doctor. Yeah, these ones in the blue circles. With their attributes in the green circles, as you see here, the patient has attributes, which is gender, phone number, birth date, patient ID. Then the doctor has doctor ID, which is the unique number, contact details, specialization, notes, full name. And the visit has visit number, visit date. Yeah. The relationship between, these are the relationships. Yeah, these ones in the orange are the relationships. The relationship between the patient and the visit, it is a one to many, whereby a patient is associated to many visits. Yeah, a patient can be given many visits, whereby he can visit or she can visit today, tomorrow, and the following days. Yeah, given many visits. But the doctor has a relationship which is n to 1. Yeah. A doctor can have many visits by one doctor. Yeah, one doctor. Each visit, one doctor. Yeah, that the doctor can have many visits. Yeah, that's the relationship. And as you see here, there is a relationship whereby the visit date is passing through the visit to the doctor. This means that the doctor is the one who organizes the visit date. Yeah, the one who organizes the visit date, and the same specialized doctor is the one who organizes the visit. Yeah, the visit date is somehow also having a relationship between the visit and the doctor. Yeah, because the doctor is the one who organizes the visit date. That's all about the chains notation. Yeah, that's all about the chains notation. We are going to continue with now our number 8. Yeah, we are proceeding with the database. Yeah, we are going to use the one compiler, the online one compiler. This is the SQL for the database of the patients. Yeah, as you see, that's all the database. The SQL, we are using one compiler to explain it. We are using this one compiler because it's kind of easy. Yeah, so everyone can get it. Yeah, as you see, we're having a comment which says create the patient's data table. And then the third line says create table patient data. This is the patient data table which has the patient ID, which is the unique ID. That's the primary key. Then having the first name, last name, date of birth, gender, contact information, address. Yeah, which is contact information and address. They are kind of option. Yeah. And the patient ID is auto-incremented because every patient has a unique, primarily has a unique patient ID, whereby it can differ. As you see at VU, each student has a unique number. Yeah, you cannot find it anywhere. Yeah, it cannot even match, even though he makes 100 years without studying. That's his or her number. So each patient has a unique ID. Yeah. And the first name, character 50, last name 50, gender is given an option, male, female, or other. Yeah, and contact info, address. Then we are going to create another table called the visit record. The visit record, this is the record where people who come to visit the patient. Yeah, It's a table for the people who come to visit the patient. It's going to have the visit ID. It's also auto-incremented. It's a primary key. Each visitor has his or her own. The patient ID, visit table, visit date, reason. So here the foreign key is the patient ID. Yeah. Whereby the patient, we can no longer write the names of the patient. Since the patient ID in the first table is the primary key. So if in the second table, you just write the name, the patient ID, because each patient has a specific patient ID. It's very okay. We shall be noticed that this was the patient, as you see, one for John. If the visitor 1 visited patient ID 1, we automatically know that's John. And if it's visitor 2, you automatically know it's Jane. Yeah, that's the foreign ID. Then here we are going to the treatment record. Treatment record, it's a table, yeah, as you say, comment says, create. These ones which are blood, they are comments. Then here, create a treatment record. It is having a treatment ID which is auto-incremented. That's the primary key. Yeah. Each treatment has its own, a unique ID. Whereby if you are going for malaria, anti-malaria, painkillers, they know that painkiller, it is like 3001. Then the anti-malaria, it is 3.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call 001.
It is like, sorry. Anti-malaria is like 3002. Yeah. So the visit ID is connected to the treatment, because the visit, if you go there for a visit, they know that if you are suffering from malaria, even though you are given, you are being given, how can I say, given malaria tablets, if you come back late in the evening, you find a different doctor, he or she checks in the database and he will find that you were given this because of your visit, the one you registered there. So the visit is like the foreign key here. So each visit, treatment. Yeah, they know your treatment. So the visit ID does not change, because if it's going to change, if it goes on changing, you see some difficulties in your medication. Yeah, and challenges will be caught up by doctors. The treatment description, the dosage. Yeah. Another table we are going to create is the lab tests. The lab tests, this is they see here, test ID, it's a primary key, yes, visit ID, test results. Yeah. It seems like test ID is kind of similar to treatment ID, because the test, they have the specific test ID has the specific, each test has a specific number. So it's the primary key. The visit ID, as I told you here, your ID is the one that shows that's you. Yeah. You're no longer going to use the patient ID. You're going to use the visitor ID, because if you visited this time, they'll also know that this dosage takes like 3 hours. You come for the second one. That will help you in the database. Then the results, test type. We are going to go to the resource, whereby the resource table, resource ID, resource name, quantity, facility ID. There will be no foreign foreign ID because the resource has no connections to the visit. Yeah. The resource table is all about the medicine, yeah, and the equipment that is needed in the hospital because this is the medical database. As you see here, the resource it has anti-malaria tablets and gloves. Yeah, the quantity are 100, 500. So here the quantity, it is noted, the resource name, which is gloves, and the facility ID. The facility ID, as in it is like where it's gonna be used. Yeah, gloves might be used in the theater, medicine, the pharmacy, yeah, tablets, yeah. So you're going to create the supply chain table. The supply chain table is connected to the resource table. The supplier ID, the one who's going to bring the equipments that we have ordered, that's the gloves and anti-malaria tablets. The supplier name, the contact information of the supplier, then the resource ID. Here, the resource ID is going to come whereby what did he or she deliver or supply? Yeah. What did he or she supply? The foreign key is the source ID, the resource ID. Yeah, but if you enter the resource ID, we automatically know that one, it is the medical name. Then if you enter the resource ID, as you see here, sorry. The resource ID one was for anti-malaria. So this supplier name supplied anti-malaria. Then another one supplied gloves without even, because the resource ID in the resource table was the primary key. So we are going to go to the create the user rule table. The user rule table is like the people who have access to the database. Yeah. Then you can write the rule ID, rule name, permission. So the rule ID is the primary key here. The primary key. And as you see here, the rule one, admin. Admin has full permissions to the database. Yeah, full access. And second one is the doctor, read and write access, whereby the doctor identifies the disease, writes into the system that this patient is suffering from this. And we continue to the facility operation table. The facility ID, it's also auto increment, primary key, facility name, location, yeah, all that. As you see here, facility ID, Victoria University Clinic, then the location, Central Kampala. Yeah, that's also, here we're inserting information to be filled in the table. As you see the tables here, yeah, that's all the information. Yeah, the others are the drop down. Okay, thank you very much. That's my presentation.